All right, Kenman here, and this big, beautiful box was sent to me from HX Outdoors. They reached out, said they're liking the channel, wanted to see if I would be interested in reviewing one of their fixed blades. And here it is. They sent this to me for review. Thank you to HX Outdoors. Let's check it out. Nice little photo on the front of this big old box here. All right. Let's just get in here and check it out. I did open this live on a live stream the other day, so I did take a little peek at it. But here we are, the official unboxing and review. There's some info for you, hxoutdoors.net. Every man deserves an exceptional knife. Okay, comes with a nice little cloth as well with their logo. Good stuff. We'll set that on there and just get this thing out. Really nice case it comes with here for keeping it safe, for traveling with it or whatever. Good stuff. We're going to set that aside and get to this knife. Today, we're looking at the HX Outdoors Rock Apex Fixed Blade. Nice little sheath here. Snap, remove. And it does come with this sheath. Has a leather belt holster. Got the HX Outdoors logo embossed in there. And then it also comes with a rod for starting some fires. Really cool stuff. I actually already tested it in the house. Don't recommend doing that. It made quite a few sparks. So good stuff. We won't spend much time on the sheath here. Wait a minute, this way. It's only a right side. It only goes in this way, so easier for removal for a righty. Not really that big of a deal, but there it is. Okay, so we're going to set that aside and look at this Rock Apex. All right, so what are we looking at? It's got a nice black G10 handle, a full tang here on this steel. We're looking at a DC53, which, talking to a few people in the live stream, is kind of a slight step up from like a D2. I have not had a chance to test that type of steel yet, but here it is. We'll give it a shot and see what it's all about. All right, so soak it in. Nice full size fixed blade. This is kind of used more of a user outdoor, kind of a bushcraft, hunting, camping kind of a scenario. Let's break it down. Okay, so the DC53, nice long piece that goes all the way through. And then it's got this butt end. It's got almost like a hammer meat tenderizer kind of an end. But if you are out there, you really need to hammer something, that is a solid piece. It's got all the shock is going through the full thing with that full tang on there. I'm not sure if that is, there is a little notch right there, but I'm not sure how that would be attached or screwed. It's pretty much solid all the way around. I don't know if that is one piece or not. If you do know, let me know in the comments below. So two kind of hole screws to hold it all together, to the scales on both sides. Nice contour, chamfered on the edges, really well curved down. There's a little groove right there. We have some frag pattern in the center, a couple holes for some weight reduction. Nice index finger grab, get you right in there. I have a larger hand. You can see there's plenty hanging out the back, so this is a full size kind of a user. This little ramped up section right there, kind of almost like a harpoon with some jimps, a couple little jimps on there. You know I love my jimps. That feels nice as is. Also have that sharpening choil / finger choil choke up spot and getting in there for doing some tighter work. Put that middle finger in there, index out there. I have a large hand, but getting in there for some draws and stuff. Nice big belly. Does have a dual grind, kind of a secondary grind out on the end right there. You can see. Gives you a little bit more thickness. So that's giving them extra, sorry it's out of focus, extra thickness out here, and then it's allowed to kind of taper off on that tip. So you still have a sharper point, but you're allowed to get that extra material out on the blade, give it some more rigid sturdiness. Use your words, Kenman. So we've got a big old serial number kind of across the back there. One of their logos right there. We've got the HX Outdoors DC53, so blade steel on that side. Here's the model, TD18B, and then a couple more logos. What do we think about the look of this? I like it. I am kind of an outdoorsy, camping, hunting type of a guy, so we're going to test it. Comment below, would you like me to see, what should we put this through? What kind of work should we do to it? If you notice on the back of the spine, there is a kind of a unfinished section right there, and it's kind of got a sharper edge. So they've knocked it down. It's got a nice feel here and here, but right in there, a little bit sharper. So that would be the spot on the sheath where you would take the rod and I will go ahead and post a photo right there for a moment. I did it on the live stream and it made a lot of sparks. I won't be doing that indoors anymore. You can see a couple little scratch marks I made on there, but when you get in there like that and get a push, that little section right there does a really good job, and this was throwing a lot of sparks. So if you need to start a fire and you don't have matches or a lighter, which I recommend, but in those emergency situations, you never know, so being able to get something started without that could come in handy. I like this large kind of scoop section. It's wide. Thumb sits in there really well. This feels good. What do we think about this? I love fixed blades. I like some camping. Might have to test this out. As I said, leave notes in the comment. What do you want to see us do with this? All right, let's get some measurements here. Definitely a full size. We're looking at 9 inches, just under 9, maybe right about 9 end to end. Blade is 4 1/4. You could say 4 1/2 at an angle, with a 3 7/8 cutting surface with a big old curve on the belly, and 4 1/2 to 4 5/8 on the handle. Definitely full size. Definitely be able to use it, do some spine whacking, do some work. 0.14, 0.14, and because of that grind, that 1.3 at the end there, it could be 1.3 up here too. I just had it at an angle. So basically 1.4 to 1.3 carries all the way out to there, and you got that little secondary grind for the tip. Feels pretty good. I like it. Okay. Handle 0.76 in the middle. It gets a little tighter right there, down to 6.1. Thickest spot there, 1.24. 1.64 with this big old guard on the front. Thickest on the blade, 1.32. Battery's really flashing now. It started flashing right away today. Does that mean it's done? I doubt it. Okay, 7.86. Pretty heavy. It's a large fixed blade. I have a couple other knives that we do comparisons. I compare everything with the Kizer Drop Bear, 3.3. It's just dirty. Is it really weighing that much more with all that on there? It should be 3.29 something. Got some sticky tape and crap on there. All right, so the Buck 119 classic USA knife, 7.69, very similar right there. I got the Kizer fixed Militov, 4.53, really nice kind of fancy S35 VN fixed blade. 4.53. All right, so 7.86, fairly comparable to that Buck. We'll get them side by side here. All right, the Rock Apex. Pretty good looking knife. Okay, here's the Kizer Drop Bear. Great user, EDC, not quite full size carry, same size as your Bug Out, your Pyrite, your users. Boom. Quarter, half inch shorter on the handle, definitely an inch or two shorter on the blade, as it should be with a full size fixed. So here is the Buck 119. It's got a 6-inch blade, so you can see it's definitely larger. Handle is almost the same, pretty much the same size. This buck obviously has one of the thickest, most gorgeous handles. I love this knife. And definitely larger, but they could hold up pretty well with each other, complement each other pretty well, I think, maybe. Here is that Milita from Kizer. A little bit smaller, slimmer, but definitely a solid user. One piece, full tang. Lots of jimps on there for getting in there and doing some work. And if you look, just a very similar. A little bit shorter on the back and a little shorter on the front there. All in all, this Rock Apex has got a nice size to it, good feel. Looks like it's got the capabilities for some outdoor use. I do paper cut test. Does it prove much? Not really, but it is kind of fun. New blades right out of the box. How sharp are they? This one's pretty sharp. I'm noticing, yeah, right there, there's like, you can see how it kind of divots. Like there might be a little burr or something right there that I can go in and probably knock down pretty easy. But ultimately, I give that like a 6, 7 out of 10 on paper cut. Not bad, pretty good. Out of the box with a thicker fixed blade. So here is the sheath one more time. I keep getting her backwards. Oh my God. Does fit in there nice. We will test this out. There is the rod one last time. Thanks again to HX Outdoors for sending this knife to me to check out. It's cool that they appreciate the channel, want to get their name out there a little bit and showcase some of their work. I will test this out and I will give you a good opinion on it. So far, feels like a solid build. I will put it through the ringer, and I know they sent it to me, but I will give my full disclosure if I like it, if I hate it, if I have issues with it, or if I find things that work really, really well. I will let you know. So far, the initial checkout is good. I'm interested to test it more. It feels solid. I like this heavy base. Let's get outside and test it out. Comment below what you would like to see me do with it, what you think about it. Do you have anything from HX Outdoors? Tell us what you got and what you think about it. Stay sharp. We'll see you soon.